welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's story time. Before we get into it, make sure you are subscribed, give this video a thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below, a specific comment that you can leave. Tell me happy birthday, because I'm gonna post this on my birthday. Oh my gosh, I don't know, I just feel like 28 just give like a little bit too serious for me. So if y'all want to tell me like happy 25th birthday, we can like maybe work with that. Or if you do say happy birthday, don't say happy 28th birthday. Like, I'm blessed, please. But just that just seemed like 30, like right there. That's just a little bit too serious for me, and I just feel like I'm too childish for the age that I'm turning. So whatever. Anyways, so if you are not part of the membership, also one thing that I do want to say about the membership, like I know I be telling y'all like, oh, if you're interested in joining, if you really are, my members now, YouTube has a feature where they get early access to videos. So I don't know if y'all see, like sometimes now when I post my videos, it already be like 50 something comments. That's because the members see it the night before, so they gonna get this the night before my birthday, which is today. What's today? Tuesday, and y'all gonna see it tomorrow, Wednesday. So if you are interested in being a member, just know that is one of the perks of being a member on my channel. You get early access to regular channel videos, and then you get 2 extra content videos a month or whatever. So anyways, I was gonna say welcome to my bathroom. Only my members know about recording my bathroom, but I was already doing my hair and I didn't feel like setting up shop somewhere else, so here we are. So let's just get right into this video. I'm not gonna ramble too much. You already read the title, you know what we're gonna be talking about. This is the time that I realized I cannot go out with broke people, people who penny pinch, people who have to only order certain things because it's gonna make a dent, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna just get into it. For the sake of this video, we are gonna call my homegirl, who was my homegirl at the time, we're gonna call her Keisha. I feel like I used that name before. If I did, y'all know what I'm gonna say. No correlation. It's just really hard coming up with fake names, like telling all these stories. Like I just be wanting to tell the people real names, and like sometimes I don't care, but y'all know like most of the time, like 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna use a real name just because I don't have time for the drama. So yeah, Keisha just gives like too generic. Like why wouldn't I have used Keisha before? But anyway, so we're gonna call the girl Keisha. Okay, and y'all, again, tell me if I'm wrong in this situation, because somebody made a comment a while back on one of my videos, and they were like, you always tell stories about what other people do, or like other people in the wrong. Like you don't ever tell no stories about like you being in the wrong. Are you new here? I have plenty videos on my channel that tells when I'm in the wrong, and I have no problem with taking accountability. I don't have too much pride to apologize. I don't have too much pride to say that was my fault, I was in the wrong, that's my bad, I fucked up. Like I don't have no problem doing any of those things. So no, I don't only post things that other people do to me, and to where like, oh, it's just everybody hate Lauren, everybody just doing this to Lauren don't do no wrong. No, it's just like majority of things happen, people just be being weird, and I just be telling y'all my experiences. So no, I'm not one of those. So but y'all seriously in the comments, like if you think I was wrong in any of this, just like tell me like, yeah, Lo, you could have went about it XYZ, whatever. Okay, so I met Keisha through another one of my mutual homegirls. We met that way, whatever, cool. Me and Keisha got each other numbers. She hit me up one night and she was like, I want to go out tonight, do you want to come? So I'm like, yeah, because I was telling her like when we had first met, like, and this is like one of my most recent, not like super duper recent, but within like a year, like it hasn't even been like a year mark, like it's that recent. Because I was telling her like, yeah, like since I moved, like I'll always just be in the house, like I just be working, or like I'll go to the store, like the grocery store or something. Like I don't really have like too many like friends here or whatever. This is before I met the people that I know now, which I still don't have many friends, but whatever. I was just telling her like, yeah, basically like I just don't get out the house like that, and I'm not one to be like outside for real. Like I just recently started back going outside, and I don't even like be outside for real. Like I'd rather be booed up in a house with a man rubbing my feet together, watching a Netflix show. I don't know, but like, yeah, sometimes I will like pop out and it's just whatever. So she was like, let's go out tonight, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Now let me just put a sidebar before I get into the actual story. Let me turn my flat iron off. Oh, it already turned off because it's auto off. Just hit one of those. What was I finna say? So when I go out with people, and this is just, maybe it's just like a personal preference for me. I don't like going out with people who have to, let me say it in a way that's not gonna make me sound like a bitch. Like, when I go out, I like to have a good time. I'm never gonna go out without no money on my card, no money in my purse, no money in my pocket, whatever. Like, I'm always gonna have money to have fun. And when I say have fun, I mean, I don't wanna have to step up in a spot and look at the price of something and be like, oh, well, this mixed drink costs this much, so I can only get one of those, and this shot costs this much, so I can only get two of those. No. If I want to go and have fun and be out and have fun, I'm just going to buy whatever to catch a vibe. Like, I don't like looking, and I'm not even trying to sound like I like got all the money in the world, but I'm just saying, like, when I go out to have a good time. I'm not gonna be at every single function looking at the menu and, oh, this costs this and I can't spend up, like, no. And normally the type of females that I hang around, which again, this might just be me, this might be a coincidence, this might just be a personal preference. So like, for instance, and I know like this is all relevant to what I'm gonna tell y'all, so just follow me. So for instance, we just gonna use Snake as an example. If you don't know who Snake is, I got a story, 2 stories about her, 2-part story about her. It was called like Bestie Fallout or something like that. I forgot. I'll link it somewhere. What I will say about her, which I will never be friends with her again, but what I will say about her is like, I like hanging out with her because like she would pick up a bill and I would pick up a bill. Like, I'll never expect somebody to do for me what I can't do for them in return. And this goes with like a nigga too. Like, I don't be asking niggas for anything. Like, I'm not the type to like ask for money, ask for gifts, ask for nothing. But if I rarely ever do, in a rare occasion that I ever do ask you for something, like, oh, hint at like, oh, I like this bag, or I like this perfume, or I like this, I like that, it's nothing that I can't get for myself 2-3 times over. Like, I don't expect for somebody to give me anything or pay for anything that I can't pay for myself. And that goes hand in hand with, I don't want to step out with nobody who can't at least pay for their stuff at the end of the night. But what I was gonna say about Snake is like, when we used to go out, so like for instance, we used to go to this club on Thursdays, and she would like get a section because she knew like one of the promoters who used to work that club or whatever. And you know, when you get a section, you get a bottle or whatever. So the bottle would be like $250, $300, depending on like what type of liquor like we got. She would pay for that. And I remember one time we was out like the whole day. We went shopping, we went out to eat, went to the mall, and then we went to the club that night. And I remember, because she had said like she wanted to go out, so she was obviously gonna get the bottle, I paid for like the food that we had that day, the drinks and stuff that we got from the mall, and it like equaled out. Like, I paid about $250 for the activities that we did before the club, and she paid $250 for the bottle. You know what I'm saying? And it was just always like that. Like, every time we would go out, the waitress would be like, oh, is it 1 check or 2? And sometimes we would like be fighting like, no, here, take my card. Like, no, it'll be 1 check. And I'm not saying like you have to pay for me whenever we go out, but I'm just saying that's just the type of like girls that like I'm used to being with. Like, you cover this tab at this place, and then the next spot we go to, I'll cover it, like that, and we'll go back and forth like that. Okay, cool. You don't have to do that. You don't have to pay for me. I don't have to pay for you. I'm just saying that's just what I'm used to. Okay, keep all of this in mind for what I'm gonna say. Okay, so she's like, yeah, she want to go bar hopping, and then she want to go to this little lounge. So I remember she stayed like way out the way, so I'm just like, let's just meet at like a neutral location, or whatever, like downtown. And then if we decide like this is not the vibe, we want to catch a vibe at the lounge, we could go from there, because the lounge was like driving distance. Like, we could probably just hop in like one of each other's cars and we could just go from there, right? This is what I'm saying, like before we got like drunk and stuff. So she's like, okay, bet. So I remember, and mind you, I'm not going out thinking Keisha got to pay for me, I got to pay for Keisha, or nothing like that. Just follow me. Okay, so I remember I grabbed a bottle. I had a bottle in my house. I get to downtown. We parking lot pimping, pre-gaming for a little while. We take like, I took at least like 2-3 shots of the bottle. So did she. Remember, this is the bottle that I purchased, that I bought from my house to the location. Like, I brought it with me in my truck to the location. Okay, cool. So at this point, y'all know, like, I'm a little tipsy, and I'm not trying to get too ahead of myself because I had on heels this night, and I know, like, 3 shots, I'm tipsy. 4 or 5 shots, bitch, I'm slid. So I'm trying to, like, slow down a little bit, because, like, and I had also brought, like, sandals with me, like, just in case, because, you know, like, it was, like, cobblestone and stuff, and, like, my heels was, like, stilettos, so it was just, yeah, whatever. So I'm just, like, let me just, like, slow down. I'm trying to, like, catch a vibe. I'm actually trying to enjoy the night. I don't want the night to just be a blur. So, cool. We drinking or whatever in the parking lot, and then we go to the first bar. Now, mind you, like I said, I don't like looking at prices for things when I go out. It's just, it is what it is. So the first bar that we went to, it really just was not my vibe. Like, as soon as you stepped in, it just smelled like 20 large packs of the green Newports. And I don't too much like being around cigarette smoke because, like, I wash my hair every week. Like, I had just washed my hair. I had just pressed it out. Like, I don't want to be in the vicinity of, like, smoking, like, cigars and none of that. But, like, my friend really wanted to go. So I'm just like, okay, like, we could just stay here for, like, a little while. But I'm not trying to stay here, like, all night. So I remember I had got us both 2 rounds of shots. Like, 2 shots for her, 2 shots for me. And the shots wasn't nothing but, like, couldn't be more than like $10. Let's just say $10 on the high end. So at most I spent like $40. And I say I because when the waitress like was like, y'all together like separate, I was like, just bring back 1 check or whatever, and I just put my card down, right? Not thinking nothing of it. Like, money is not an issue, and I'm not even trying to sound like one of those, like, but it's just like whatever. Like, $40, that's nothing to me. So we take the 2 shots or whatever. Mind you, I said, like, I'm trying to, like, slow down. Why did I just go in this bar and take 2 more shots? Because what did I just tell y'all? 3 shots, I'm tipsy. 5 shots, I'm slid. So I'm just like, yeah, we really need to slow down. Surprisingly, I was not slid for real after those 5 shots. I can't remember what we was drinking. It was probably some type of tequila, because normally if I start drinking tequila at the beginning of the night, I'm going to keep drinking tequila. Like, I don't like mixing liquors or whatever. So we drank the 2 shots there, and I'm just like, okay, let's move around. Let's go to the next spot or whatever. So we go to the next spot, and at this spot, we get a mixed drink. I can't remember what we got. It was something blue. I don't think it was a blue Long Island. It could have been, though. I really don't remember. Let's just say it was. Let's just say we got a blue Long Island or whatever. And y'all know Long Islands, they have like, I don't know, like 5 or 7 different types of liquors. I don't know like which one, but the blue one is like the extra strong one. So again, the bartender come over, and she's like, 1 receipt or 2. And I guess because like I just said 2, which she wasn't saying nothing, which I wasn't expecting her to, you know, like be like, oh, like I got it this time. Like, and also like another thing that I want to say, which my homegirls will tell you this, my line sisters will tell you this, like anything, like when I get drunk and like I'm out, I be the first one to like put my card down. And I'm trying to be so much better about that, because why are you always the first one to offer to pay for some shit? But like, yeah, it is what it is. So I just put my card down again, not thinking nothing of it. Okay, I got the mixed drinks or whatever. So we drink them, and I'm thinking like, do this bitch just see like dollar signs out of me, like, or something? Like, she not offering to pay nothing, but like it's fine. But like, again, I'm only like that with people that I know will do the same for me that I'm doing for them. Like, it worked in the past with like other homegirls, because I know you wouldn't hesitate to like, you got them 2 rounds, now I'm gonna get 2 rounds, then you gonna get 2, like, you know, like it's like back and forth. Like, I don't have an issue with footing the bill for somebody that I know would do the exact same for me, if not more. So we at that spot, we drinking the 2 little mixed drinks, or like 2 like 1 and 1. So I'm just like, okay, like, let's just go outside. Like, let's just get some fresh air. Like, I'm not really like vibing with this spot either. Like, let's just go outside or whatever. And one thing that I will say, this homegirl, Keisha, she was very like boy crazy. She was a little younger than me. So like, she's probably, I think she's like 23 or something like that. Like young, but not like young. Like young to me would be like 19, 20. She's like, I think she's like 23. It really don't leave too much, man. Just know she's younger than me. So she was very like boy crazy. That's another reason why I had to like stop hanging out with her, because don't get me wrong, like, I know you see beautiful girls, it's niggas outside. Yes, we're gonna draw attention. Yes, niggas are gonna try to come talk to us, approach us, whatever, get our numbers, whatever, that's cool. But I don't want every single time that we go out to be centered around ninjas. Like, every single time we go out, oh, it's like, oh, let's go to this spot because I know the ninjas is gonna be here. Let's go to this spot because I know the group of ninjas is gonna be here. Like, we don't have to do all of that. Like, if I go out with my homegirls, like, I want us to just enjoy each other's company. Like, we don't all, like, it's different if, like, we go out and, like, we always get approached, but, like, that's not, like, our main goal. Like, that's not the goal for the night, to, like, get ninjas numbers and be all up. Like, I don't want to do all of that. I promise you, my husband is not out here in these streets in front of these bars downtown. Like, I promise you he's not. So, but she was just the type like, oh yeah, let's go outside. And when we stepped outside, it was a whole bunch of young ninjas. A whole bunch of young ninjas. When I say young, I mean like 20, 19, 20. Babe, you're 8 years my junior. I can't do nothing with you. You still got Similac behind your ear. And like, my thing is with the young dudes is like, I applaud the confidence for like stepping to a bitch like me. Cause like, yeah, you had all the confidence to ask me for my number, for real. But like, how could you benefit me? Cause like, I want a man that's gonna take care of me. Very much submissive, very much soft, very much, I'm gonna stay in a woman's place. Y'all can disagree, agree, whatever. That's a different topic for a different video. But like, yeah, I'm one of those. You can't do nothing for me because in your eyes, you think, oh, she older, she got money. I'm not no cougar. I am somebody's TT, but I'm not a auntie. Please know the difference. You can't do, like, this will not work because I'm too young to be a cougar. I'm damn sure not no sugar mama. What? So anyway, so she want to be all up in the young ninjas' faces and all of this and that, and I'm just letting her do her thing. I'm just standing back or whatever. They try to talk to me and I'm just like, no, too old, not interested. No, you're not getting my number, you're not getting my Instagram, you're not getting nothing. So whatever, we go back, walking to our cars, whatever, and at this point I'm slid for real. Like, I'm slid. I'm like, I'm too drunk to drive, I cannot drive, and you too drunk to drive. So yeah, so she's like, let's just call an Uber. Like, I'm finna get an Uber or whatever. Keep this in mind. She said she was going to get the Uber. And at this point, I had been footing the bill for everything, y'all. Like, every place that we went to, every drink that we had, I was the one that paid for it. Not a problem, okay? Because she did just get the Uber. I'm thinking, okay, cool. Like, oh, excuse me. She trying to, like, match energy. So cool. And I remember specifically the Uber to the place. Because, spoiler alert, we got an Uber there and we got an Uber back to our cars. The Uber going to the lounge that we went to was $25.08. Compared to like the 60-ish something dollars that I done spent this far before we even got to the lounge, okay? $25.08. Cool. If you tripping about that, $25.08 wasn't even gonna be enough for you by yourself with all the stuff that we just got when we was downtown, right? With all the drinks and stuff and all the shots. So cool. So we get to the spot, and when we was going there, she was telling me like she really wanted to try the food that was at this place because another one of her homegirls had told her like the food is really good, the hookah is really strong, like the vibe is good, everything cool. So I'm like, okay, bet, like, I'm excited. Yes, I need to drink. I mean, I need to eat because I started drinking on an empty stomach, and that's probably another reason why I had got so drunk so fast, because I was not eating, or I didn't eat anything before I started drinking. So we get to the lounge and everything cool. We get a little section. The bottle girl or waitress or whatever you want to call her, she bring us the hookah menu, the drink menu, and the food menu. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get, we can get like this hookah, like you can decide on the flavor if you want some more shots, whatever. And then I like asked her, do you want me to get the food and you get the hookah and the drinks? Because the hookah was very cheap, y'all, like $15 or something like that. That's so unheard of. And then the shots and like the drink menus, like the mixed drinks was like $5 and the shots was like 2 for $5 or like something like that. It was really cheap. So I'm like, you want to get the hookah and the drinks and I get the food, or you want me to get the hookah and the drinks and you get the food? So she was like, oh, you could tell like it kind of like took her by surprise. She was like, oh, you know what, like I don't even really like want to like drink no more. Like I feel like I'm tapped out for the night, and like we don't have to get no food or nothing if you just want to like get the hookah. If you like telling me if you just want to like get the hookah. So I'm just like, okay, I really do want the hookah, so yeah, I'm gonna pay for the hookah. And I do still want food. Like we don't have to drink no more, that's fine. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'll get the hookah. Like, you not hungry or nothing? She was like, no, I'm straight, like I'm good. Like but just like 10 minutes ago in the Uber right here, you was saying how you was so excited to eat the food, but now you not hungry no more because I said, do you want to pay for it? Okay, cool. So and at this point I'm kind of like sobering up a little bit, so because we drinking water and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna get food. I don't know what to tell you. And like, yeah, I'll still get the hookah. Like we can share the hookah if you change your mind or whatever. But yeah, so that's exactly what I do. I ordered wings, fries, and like I think like pasta or something like that. I can't remember the other thing. Like I just got like a whole bunch of stuff because everything had looked good. So I got the stuff. The hookah comes out first and whatever. Now all of a sudden, now you want the hookah again. Like first you was saying like, no, you chilling, you trying to like sober up. You don't want no shots, you don't want no drinks, you don't want no hookah for real. You the first one to put your tip in. Oh, I mean, you know, the hookah tip in the hose. Pause. She was the first to put her hookah tip in the hose of the hookah. Follow me. And she's smoking the hookah. So the hookah come out, and then probably like 20-25 minutes later my food come out. So I'm eating, I'm happy, I'm vibing to the music. I remember I was eating my chicken, eating my wing, I'm dancing, everything cool. So you could just tell, like, she just looking at the food, she's like, damn, that smells so good. You know the friend here, friend, you want some food, like you want a wing, have some. Like it's all you, like have some wings, have some fries, have some pasta, have whatever. Cause you saying like you not hungry, but you over here sound like your stomach growling. I can hear it from all the way over here. So I'm just like, yeah, have some. So I'm just like, here I go again. So at this point, with all of that, with the food and the hookah, I probably spent like $100 maybe. So at this point, let's just say, just to round it all off, I spent about like a cool $200 for like the whole night. And that's me paying for everything that we're doing minus the one little Uber ride that she had to pay on the way to the spot, right? Okay, cool. So it's some dudes up in the lounge or whatever. They approach us or whatever, and she starts talking to the dude, and she say, like, they're talking or whatever. I'm talking to like his friend or whatever. I'm not really interested. I'm just, you know, like whatever. I'm not trying to be a bitch or nothing. I'm not trying to be rude. So she like leaned over to me, like lean up and like look over, and she was like, you want a shot? Like he gonna get us like drinks if we want them. And I'm just like, no, I'm cool. Like I'm gonna just, can he just like give me another water? I thought you just said you didn't want to drink no more. Like you didn't. You see how like it's different when I asked you before, because you was gonna have to pay for it. It's, oh no, I'm good, I'm straight, I'm too drunk, I'm maxed out. But then when some niggas come to the section and offer to buy, it's like, oh, now you want to get drunk again? Which like, okay, no judgment. But now I'm starting to like peep. Now I'm like, okay, this bitch just looking for somebody to like foot the bill, and like my stupid ass just did it. So whatever, the night goes on, the niggas eventually end up leaving the section or whatever. Again, was not interested in a friend. I think she gave the one dude that she was talking to her number or whatever, and that was just that. Now we have to take a Uber back from the lounge to our cars, because remember we parked downtown and then we Uber from downtown to the lounge. I will never forget this. So the Uber ride there was $25.08. The Uber ride back was cheaper than when we came. It was like $12 and some change. $12 and some change. What is that? Like $38 or something like that? Like less than $40. Literally less than $40. Mind you, the food that you ate up off me, the hookah that you smoked, the drinks that we had, the shots and everything, your tab alone was gonna be more than $40. I done spent, and that's like 200 plus, because I'm tipping the waitresses, the bartenders, like I'm tipping everybody who's, you know, like servicing us. So we get out there and she's like, oh, can you call the Uber back to the thing? So I'm just like, why you can't do it? So she was just like, oh, because like I got the Uber here. So at first I was gonna be like, I just paid for everything for the whole night, so like what do you mean? And then I was just like, okay, let me just like not say nothing. So for some reason, when I got on my Uber app, my car information was not working, which I don't know, that was strange because the card that I have on my Uber account is the card that I was using like all night, and like I've never changed it. So I don't know, for some reason it just was not letting me book the trip. And then I went on Lyft, and Lyft was not available where we was at. So I'm just telling her like, oh yeah, it's not letting me book, just book it, like just book it, because my Uber thing is like not working. So she was like, oh, did you keep trying, like put another card on there? I was like, no, I'm not putting another card, like I have the only card that I use, which that was a lie. But anyways, I'm like, no, this is the only card that like I use. I don't know why it's not working, like yours worked before, like just buy the Uber back. So you could tell like she had like a little attitude. She was like, dang. And then like she just booked it. So I'm just like, bro, the Uber is literally like $12 and some change. What the fuck are you tripping about? Literally, what are you tripping about? So we get the Uber, and like we was not talking for like the whole Uber ride back. It was just so strange to me. My bad, I didn't want my camera to cut off. So that was just so strange to me. But again, like I'm still, you know, like I'm not drunk no more for real, but I am like a little tipsy. So I'm just like in my head, like thinking whatever, like, oh, I can't wait to get home, take this makeup off, take a shower. Like I know I smell like outside. I probably smell like cigarette smoke. Like I'm just, you know, like in my head thinking or whatever. So we get back to our vehicles, we say bye, whatever. It was just, the energy was just very, very weird. And yes, y'all, I drove home under the influence. Please do not be like me. I am not promoting drinking and driving. Do not do that. If you feel like you are too drunk to drive, if you've been drinking or anything, do not get behind the wheel. I'm just living in my truth. I'm being transparent with y'all. It is what it is. I'm not promoting it, but that's what I did. So I drove home. Thank God, like I didn't stay too far, but like, what's too far? Like, a mile is too far, like driving under the influence, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, so I get home or whatever, I take a shower, I get in bed, I go to sleep, and I wake up in the morning because like sometimes, well not sometimes, like if I go out on a Saturday, I really like be disappointed in myself because I be wanting to like wake up and like go to church or like at least watch church. But I knew like this night, like I had got home so late and like I was so still, like I was like, I'm probably gonna end up like sleeping in like a little while. So that's exactly what I did. I didn't get up till probably like 10 or 11 a.m. which is like very, very late for me. So I woke up and I had checked my phone, and Keisha had just texted me probably about like 15 or 20 minutes before I had woke up or whatever. And I feel like that's kind of like maybe what had woke me up, because my vibration, like when somebody texts me, it's like, what was I finna say? It's like it'll vibrate and then like a couple minutes later it'll vibrate again like that. So I must have like heard it vibrating or something. I don't know, something woke me up. My alarm didn't wake me up because I ain't have no alarm set. So I go to check the messages, because normally like when I go out like with my homegirls and stuff, like, and it be late, like I'll be like, you know, like text me when you get home or whatever. We didn't even say that. Like I ain't text her when I got home. She didn't let me know when she got home, but I wasn't like thinking like nothing of it or whatever. So she texted me and she was like, hey, you up? And I was like, yeah girl, like I just woke up, like I'm hungover, I need to go take some Tylenol or whatever. Like I'm thinking, you know, it's just very like very like lighthearted like conversation or whatever. So she was just like, do you have Zelle or do you use Apple Pay? No, she said Zelle, Apple Pay or Cash App, but she was like, I really be using like Apple Pay for real. And I'm in my head like, what? So at first I thought like that, and then I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Like she gonna send me the money, like she gonna send me half of the money that I was spending last night. Like, and just like when I was starting to think like Keisha give me the ick a little bit, like I can't believe like she really was tripping about that little Uber ride. Like, see, this is what I get for like thinking like too ahead of myself. Like this is exactly what I get. Like my girl, she got me, like she gonna send me the money back. So I was like, yeah, I got Apple Pay. Just send like to my number, like I got Apple Pay. So next thing you know, I get a Apple Pay request for $30.
Y'all being stupid. Y'all being stupid, man. I'm not, no. We're not doing that.
Mind you, I told y'all the Uber there was $25 and some change. And the Uber back was $12 and some change. So let's just say, because maybe I'm not good at math. So let me pull up my calculator. So 25, let's just round the 12 and some change up to 13. That's $38. Divided by 2 would be $19. I would have sent you 20. Just keep the change. $30? I'm confused. So this is what tripped me up. So then I call her because I'm like, maybe she meant to send me $30, but even $30 would not have sufficed for all the stuff that I bought you last night. But that's still better than nothing. So I called her and I was like, I thought you was sending money like you requested $30. So she was like, yeah, from the rides last night. And then she said, from the drinks. Mind you, and this is exactly why, like, I don't like hanging out with people who, this gonna make me sound like such a bitch, but I don't like hanging out with people who are not at least on my level. And when I say that, I humbly mean this. I'm not trying to sound like I'm better than nobody. I'm not trying to sound bougie. I'm not trying to sound uppity. I'm not trying to sound like nothing. But I like hanging out with people who can afford to do the things that they want to do when we go out and we have fun. We can spend money on this section. It ain't nothing. We can spend money on the bottles in this section. It ain't nothing. We can spend money on 2, 3 hookahs if we wanted to. We can get food. We don't have to penny pinch and, oh, send me this and send me that. And no, I'm not used to hanging around people like that. Girls or niggas that I'm dealing with. Like, literally. And the nigga that I'm dealing with, he gonna foot the bill the whole night. Like, I don't have to touch my wallet at all. Literally. I'm telling y'all that off most recent experience. Like, don't have to touch my wallet for anything. Don't even look at your purse. What is you doing? What? I'm not used to that. So it just completely threw me for a loop. Because I'm like, what are you talking about? But this is what really made me mad. It's not the fact that you asking for money for the little stinking ass, cheap ass Ubers that we just came and left in. But it's the fact that, remember I told y'all when we was at the lounge and the dudes, first of all, the dudes was the ones that bought the drinks. I didn't even drink none of the drinks that she was drinking on from the dudes. Remember I told y'all, oh, just tell him to give me another water. I didn't have a lick of alcohol in that lounge, y'all. Not a lick, not a sip, not a drop of liquor. She wanted me to send her money for some free drinks that she got. And she thought I was gonna be too drunk in my mind to remember I didn't even drink last night. So she was gonna lie to me and say, oh yes you did, I bought it. Literally out her mouth. I said, Keisha, I didn't drink last night. She said, Lo, you were so slid. And I'm like, oh my gosh. This bitch thinks I'm an idiot. I said, you really gonna sit here and try to lie to me? Like, lie to my face right now? Like, you for real right now? She was like, wait. Now she's trying to backpedal. Wait. Oh yeah, you didn't drink last night. Oh, I'm slid. No, bitch, you're goofy. You're goofy. You're literally goofy. And even if I did, the amount of money that you was asking for, the little shots that they bought, even if they did buy me like 2 or 3, that still wasn't equaling the amount of money that you wanted to send me. So you down so bad that you don't even have $30, that you was willing to lie to me to get the money. I said, I'm not sending you anything, actually. You bought the Uber there and back. That doesn't compare to the $200+ that I spent on you last night. I literally bought you a bottle. Well, not bought you a bottle, but you was drinking off my bottle before we even went to any bar or nothing. I bought you drinks and shots all night. I paid for the hookah. You ate some of my food. Like, I'm not sending you nothing. I'm literally not sending you anything. So she was like, well, if I would have known that we was doing all of that, like, I would have planned the night, like, differently. I'm like, you're the one who lived, like, you're from here. I just moved here. You're literally from here. This is not your first time going to any of these bars. Hence, that's why you recommended us to go to these certain places. Like, you knew how much stuff was going to be. I'm like, and the simple fact, like, you don't even have, like, $30? That pissed me off so bad, y'all. I said, I'm not sending you anything. I'm literally not sending you anything. So she was like, you for real? And my thing, like, immediately, like, in my mind, I'm like, wow, this bitch is really willing to fall out behind 30 funky ass dollars. The math is not mathing. I footed your bill. Like, I paid your tab the whole entire night, literally. Oh, and not to mention, I also paid for us because the parking lot that we parked in, we was gonna park in the free the free garage, but all the spaces was taken, so we had to park in the parking lot where you had to like pay by the meter. I paid for her spot and I paid for my spot. But you gonna Apple Pay request me $30? As if I just was not all night? Y'all, that rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, I don't even know what to say to you right now. Like, that's disgusting. Like, I just kept saying, like, that's disgusting. Like, ew, 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 ew. I was like, I don't want to talk right now. Like, I just need time. Like, yeah. So I hung up, and then I called my homegirl who introduced me to her, and I'm telling her about it, and she was like, yeah, that one time that happened with me and her when we went out with a group of our friends. She was acting like her car wasn't working, or they was reporting fraud. How is your bank reporting fraud when you're swiping your card in the town that you live in? How is that fraud? You literally were born and raised here, like grew up here, like this is all she knows. Like, she's literally from here. So how is your bank reporting fraud and you've been to these bars and clubs, whatever, multiple times? Think of another lie that actually makes sense. Like, I hate when people lie to me, period. But like, I hate when people lie to me and then it be a dumbass lie. Like, your lie doesn't even make sense. That just rubbed me the wrong way. So we on the phone, we talking crap about her, and I'm just like, I don't want to hang out with her ever again. Like, that's so disgusting. I'm telling her like every single thing that I paid for. She was like, you so nice, because the way I would not have paid for nothing. Like, if Keisha didn't have money to do what Keisha wanted to do, we would have respectfully just had to go back to the crib, because yeah, no. And I'm just like, no, like, I'm thinking like it's not gonna be like a big deal, and I wasn't expecting her to pay for me, but I'm at least like, you know, you wanted to go to this lounge, the least you could do is pay for the Uber there. I'm like, the Uber wasn't even that much. Like, I'm just on the phone like, wow, that's crazy. Like, ew. So yeah, that happened, and then some time went by. I literally like ghosted her, and I feel like that's so wrong, because I hate when people ghost me, and I tell people all the time, like, don't ghost people. That's literally so rude to do. But I feel like I was justified in this situation. Like, y'all tell me if I was in the wrong. Like, I just cut her off. Like, I unfollowed her on Instagram. I didn't block her or nothing, but I unfollowed her. I didn't reach back out to her. She didn't reach back out to me either. We just stopped talking. I never heard anything else from her. Like, literally the last message in our message thread is that $30 Apple Pay request. That just literally, like, that made me so mad, because like, what are you talking about send you $30? And then the fact that you was like really willing to like stand on a lie, like, you don't remember you getting them drinks last night and I bought them, when one, I didn't drink, and two, you didn't even buy no drinks. Them niggas bought them drinks for you. Ew, bitch. So yeah, that was the time that I went out with a broke girl, and this was not even the only experience that I had like this, but this was like the more juicier one. Like, this has only happened to me 2 times, but out of the 2 times, this was the most juiciest one. So I don't think y'all want to hear the other one, because it's not gonna even compare to like this one, for real. Like, the other one, it was, I might tell that on live or something. I don't even deserve like a for real video, like story time. But yeah, like, that's so weird to me. Like, I'm paying for everything, like literally everything. And I know somebody in the comments gonna be like, well, Lauren, nobody forced you to do it. No, nobody did, but it's just like, you couldn't even get the Uber there and back, and then you trying to lie and say you need X amount of, like, I'm not sending you a thing. Get it back in blood. How about that? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, because it's never that serious to like put hands on nobody over something. Like, girl, please, I will literally call them boys on you. Please don't ever think that you finna approach me on the fighting tip because I ain't send you $30 that you just pulled out your ass. Hello, 911. Come get her broke ass. But yeah, y'all, yeah. I'm gonna hurry up and go edit this video, because I need to get this out to y'all. It's just so much going on. I literally just got back in town like this morning, like at midnight, and I'm going back out of town tomorrow on my birthday. It's just so much going on, but I hope I have a really good birthday. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, like the video. If you don't do nothing else, even if you don't wish me a happy birthday, just like the video as a birthday present to me. Just hit the thumbs up. That's all you gotta do. Leave a comment if you want to. Turn on your post bell notifications. If you want to join the membership, the link to do it is always going to be in the description box of all my videos. And I'm going to see y'all next week for hopefully 2 brand new videos, because I'm going to vlog and we're just going to see what it's giving. I'm nervous. But anyways, I love y'all so much, and I'm going to see y'all next week for some new content. Bye, y'all.